What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action for you going down on Saturday, December 30th, 2023. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, if you could smash that like button for us, it helps us out a ton. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We just passed 100 million views here on our YouTube channel. Would not have been able to do it without your guys' love and support, so thank you so much for that. If you're looking for my best bets on the board, the games that I absolutely love, and I will tell you, I love a lot of them on Saturday, make sure you head to Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab at the top of the page. Let's get you some money. Like I said, love Saturday's card, whether it's college hoops, NBA. I got some NHL plays on the board as well. Tons of action for you. The best way to take a look at it. If you have a sport you like, hop on a daily pass, but the best value going long term. For me, the 3-day and the 7-day passes are actually less than buying each of Saturday daily passes individually, and they're going to cover you throughout this loaded weekend of sports. Like I said, tons of college hoops, NBA, NFL, NBA, you name it. We're going to have you covered with those long-term passes as well. So definitely something that you want to make sure that you check out. But that's later on today. Right now, we're looking at the NHL action for Saturday. 9-game card. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Saturday's card takes us to the Canada Life Center where the Winnipeg Jets take on the Minnesota Wild. And what a matchup it is. I mean, two teams are in some fine form right now. The Minnesota Wild have won 4 straight and 7 of 8. The Winnipeg Jets 7-1-2 in their last 10 games overall. So, you can definitely make the case, a strong case for either side in this game. And like I said, Minnesota's looked pretty good in those games. But the thing for me is that Minnesota's only played 2 road games in that 8-game stretch. They got an overtime win over Boston, but they also lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins. And now you're going into Winnipeg, where the Winnipeg Jets, like I said before, have been consistent pretty much everywhere they've played, but they've actually been playing their better hockey at home, 11-5-2 at home this season. The Minnesota Wild have taken great strides to turn their record around and get back on track, but they are still 6-9-2 on the road this season. I just think that home ice going to be the difference here. I like the Winnipeg Jets to get the job done. Normally, I would take a shot on the plus money, but like I said, the lack of playing on the road, I think, is just going to hurt the Wild here. Now we head to the KeyBank Center where the Buffalo Sabres take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. And we went from a matchup just a minute ago from where two teams were playing some fantastic hockey to two teams that are kind of just treading water. Both teams 4-4-2 in their last 10 games. The thing for the Columbus Blue Jackets, they are coming off of another win over the Toronto Maple Leafs on Friday. It was a high-scoring game. 3 of their last 4 games have actually gone to overtime, and this is a rematch from just a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, I should say, where Columbus beat Buffalo in this same building by a final score of 9-4. I think Buffalo would like some revenge, but you know what? I want $1 million in my bank account tomorrow. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out there and get it. The Buffalo Sabres have lost 4 of their last 5. Like I said, including the loss to Columbus, they've also lost 4-1 to the Bruins, 2-0 on the road against the Coyotes. Right now, this Sabres team is just not playing great hockey. I don't think they should be laying minus 200 against anybody right now. The Columbus Blue Jackets have a solid road record against the puck line this season. I believe they're 11-5 on the puck line this season. So give me the Columbus Blue Jackets here at plus 1.5. Now we head to the TD Garden where the Boston Bruins take on the New Jersey Devils, and what should be a pretty good matchup here. The New Jersey Devils definitely playing their best hockey on the road this season, 11-5, 8-8 on the puck line on the road. But the thing for me here is that the Boston Bruins finally got off the schneid last time out against the Buffalo Sabres, won on the road 4-1. And while they have played their fair share of close games as of late, I think this is a great spot for them to sort of open one up here. They have had the upper hand on the New Jersey Devils, winning 8 of the last 10 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. New Jersey did win the first meeting this season, 2-1 in overtime in New Jersey. But now we head back to the TD Garden where Boston has been so solid for some time now. And I just trust the Boston Bruins to be able to get it done here. They're the rested team. The Devils are on the second half of a back-to-back here. So give me the Boston Bruins in this one at minus 160. Reasonable price, sort of on the edge of where I'm willing to lay a money line price here. Now we head to the Amerant Bank Arena where the Florida Panthers take on the Montreal Canadiens. And Florida Panthers coming into this game on the second half of a back-to-back, but they did get a nice win at home over the New York Rangers on Friday night. Montreal, well, they got their butts kicked by Carolina on Thursday. So they've had an extra day to rest up for this one. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure it's going to matter. Sure, the Montreal Canadiens have a solid puck line record on the road this season, 11-5 on the road on the puck line, but still they're up against it here. There's a reason that they're plus 205 underdogs in a spot like this. Florida head to head has owned Montreal. They've won 9 of the last 10 meetings, including 5 straight head to head, winning those meetings by a combined score of 32-12. The Montreal Canadiens, like I said, they have their moments where they provide value, and to me, this just isn't one of them. I know it's probably going to be Anthony Stolarz in net for Florida here after we saw Sergei Bobrovsky get the start on Friday. But Stolarz has actually played fairly well. He's not my favorite backup goaltender in the NHL, but he's serviceable, and I think he does enough here to get the Panthers the win over Montreal here, and helps Florida get the win on the puck line. So give me Florida minus 1.5 in this one. Now we head to the PPG Paints Arena, where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the St. Louis Blues, and the Blues coming up oh so short against the Colorado Avalanche on Friday night, losing that game 2-1 late in the third period. And it's going to be an interesting matchup to see if they can bounce back here. It is a back-to-back spot to begin with, but it's a back-to-back spot with travel. And it's tough for the St. Louis Blues because you started Jordan Binnington in the last game, and while Joe Hofer has been solid in his last couple of starts, I still think I would rather have Binnington in a spot like this. But I get it. Would you rather have Binnington in against the Penguins or the Avalanche? I would have started Binnington against the Avs as well. But I still think the Pittsburgh Penguins at home are just, they're playing some solid hockey. They've won 5 of their last 7 games. They've won 3 straight at home in the month of December so far. They beat Carolina, they beat Minnesota, so they've got some solid wins there. I think they can do it again here. I think they can get one over the St. Louis Blues. Like I said, I think it's just the back-to-back spot that gets the St. Louis Blues here. So I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm going to take them in regulation, get that minus 178 price down. Something more manageable around minus 110. Now we head to the Amalie Arena, where the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the New York Rangers. And this could be a fairly solid matchup, a battle of heavyweights in the Eastern Conference. You look at the goaltending matchup, it looks like it's going to be Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning and Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers. That's worth the price of admission in itself. And to be honest, that's just the direction that I'm going in this one. I'm taking the under here. You have 2 of the world's best goaltenders going head-to-head in this matchup. I know the New York Rangers, they play some of their best hockey on the road, and they've been scoring a fair number of goals. They're usually good for 3-4 goals a night. They've scored 3+ in 8 of their last 9 games. And again, you're going up against a goalie in Andrei Vasilevsky that's capable of putting up a shutout on any given night. Same thing for Tampa Bay. They're going up against Shesterkin here. They've only scored 2 goals in back-to-back games. I think this one's 3-2, whichever way you slice it. If we even get to that point, it could even be 2-1 here. If you like solid goaltending, you like defense, I think this game's going to be for you. I'm taking the under 6 in this one. Now we head to Scotiabank Arena, where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And for the Toronto Maple Leafs, well, once again, they find a way to lose a game in frustrating fashion. High-scoring game. They were back and forth with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And if you're a Leafs fan, you'd say, well, a Blue Jacket team they shouldn't be going back and forth with, but that's neither here nor there. A game against the Columbus Blue Jackets, back and forth, ended up going 6-5 in overtime. Now you've got Toronto on the second half of a back-to-back with travel, going back home for this game. But, do I really want to back the Toronto Maple Leafs after they gave up 6 goals again? I mean, goaltending has been a serious issue for this Toronto Maple Leafs team, but it's not like the Carolina Hurricanes have been saints either. I mean, this is a team that's played in some high-scoring games themselves. They've scored 5 goals in back-to-back games and wins against Montreal and Nashville, but also gave up 5 to the Islanders the game before that. So I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Each of the last 3 for Carolina and 4 of their last 5 have gone over the total. 7 of the last 9 games for Toronto have seen 7 goals or more. I think this is, like I said, I think this is just 2 teams with some questionable goaltending and some high offensive upside. I'm going to go with the over 6.5 in this one. Next, we head to the Capital One Arena, where the Washington Capitals take on the Nashville Predators. And 2 teams that could really use a win right now and sort of build up some momentum. Both teams have split their last 10 games. Washington, losers of 3 in a row. They've scored 1 goal in each of those 3 games. Nashville, also losers of 3 in a row. They've scored a little bit better. They've scored 2 goals and 4 last time out on the road against the Detroit Red Wings. But rather than try to mess around here and try to figure out which side to take between two teams that have traded wins back and forth and only really play each other twice a year, I'm going to go with the under 6.5 here. You got two teams that are struggling to score some goals, two teams that can definitely, have their better days defensively when called upon. But like I said, I think it's just a lack of goal scoring in this game that's going to be the story. Could easily see a 4-2 game if the goal scoring picks up a little bit here, but I think the under 6.5 is the way to go in this one. And our final game on Saturday's card takes us to the Crypto.com arena, where the Los Angeles Kings take on the Edmonton Oilers in a playoff rematch. And, that could necessarily work in LA's favor. I mean, they're coming out for revenge in this one. The first time they're meeting since Edmonton won 3 straight games to bounce the Los Angeles Kings from the postseason. They're down 2-1 in the series, and Edmonton's offense woke up. They scored 5, 6, and 5 goals in the final 3 games of that playoff series. So I can understand why, you might back Los Angeles here to try to get some playoff revenge. I'm going to be taking the Edmonton Oilers in this one, though, because right now I just feel that, the Edmonton Oilers in that playoff series show that they can beat the Los Angeles Kings. And Los Angeles, well, they've been average, to say, to put it nicely, in their last 9 games, just 4 wins. They have won 4 of their last 6, but they've been losing to some of the better teams they've been playing. The teams that they've been beating are teams that they should beat. Teams like San Jose, Seattle, Calgary, but against teams like Winnipeg, New York, both the Rangers and Islanders, and the Vegas Golden Knights are taking losses. And now, you got to take on an Edmonton Oilers team that's finding their footing again. They've won 3 straight, 7 of their last 10, playing some really good hockey, and the offense has been clicking once again for the Oilers. I'm going to take the more favorable price with the team what I feel is playing better hockey right now, and that's the Edmonton Oilers at plus 105 to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, December 30th, 2023. But again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and also make sure you have that notification bell hit in the description of this video below so you can get notified when the newest and freshest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. And also a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at pickdawgz.com by clicking the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.